We've got breaking news here on CBS Sports HQ from Major League Baseball, where the New York Mets will turn to Kodai Senga for their series opener tomorrow against the Phillies. The 31-year-old made only one start this season because of shoulder and calf injuries, and that was all the way back in July. Now he'll make the biggest start of his brief big league career. We get Carlos Mendoza speaking about this moments ago.
Who's starting for you tomorrow?
Kodai Senga. Kodai Senga is going tomorrow.
And what do you expect he'll be able to give you?
We'll see. We're going to let it play out. He's been in Florida throwing, facing hitters. We have a plan, but we're going to go out there and watch him closely and go from there. But he's ready to go, and that's where we're going with him on game one.
And how does he feel about that?
Great. You know, he's excited. Said right away, you know, when we talked to him, that he was ready to go.
All right, let's bring in former President David Samson, our baseball analyst, to talk about this. David, first, your reaction here that Kodai Senga has been named the game one starter for this series.
They found an opener. That was my first reaction. That's about what he's going to be at best. 3 innings, once through the lineup in some miracle scenario. Remember, he hasn't pitched. Forget calf, shoulder, elbow, knees, toes. He has been basically out. This is really a roster decision. Let's break this down. In order to put Senga on the roster, you have to take another pitcher off the roster, and they could go many ways, but the likelihood is, let's say a Brazaban or an Ottavino, someone who's going to get in but really not pitch meaningful innings. You have someone on your roster always as a long guy in case, you know, you're down 10 in one of the games. And for me, when you're facing Wheeler, as an exhausted team, you got to get one of the first 2 in Philadelphia. You're going Wheeler and Nola, so you know getting one of those 2 is going to be tough. And my thought is that they didn't want to have Severino go in game 1, give him the extra rest, and let him go after Nola. And the question we should be asking, and I don't have a perfect answer for you right now, but it could be McGill, who's going to follow Senga, because you're going to need someone long.
David, would this be a move that you would make?
Well, he's certainly a better pitcher than the people he's going to replace on the roster. The question is he additive? The answer is they don't know. Don't believe in Mendoza saying, oh, he's been in Florida, he's facing hitters, he's ready to go. That's what we all say. But you don't know if you're ready to go until you actually are out there facing big league hitters under the lights in a big league game. And going straight into a playoff matchup against the Phillies, it certainly is going to be an interesting time for the Mets. But they found a way to believe they're in the middle of a movie anyway. And this, of course, would just be another scene in their October movie.
As you mentioned, though, it is game 1, so there's a bit of a calculated risk factor to this. As mentioned, he's only gone 5 1/3 so far this year. So when you look at this, David, what's your level of concern with putting him in this spot?
I would not have done it. I don't think it's going to ruin. If you're asking like for going forward, his career next year, this isn't going to mess with his head in any way. He is built right, so it's good. So I don't worry about burning him by having him get rocked or shelled, or I don't worry that he's not feeling well enough to pitch. I'm just talking about stamina right now and what is right for a pitcher who's given you 5 innings all year, who's coming off injury. His stuff, no matter what they say, is not going to be at its sharpest, and the Philadelphia lineup is pretty good. And if your stuff isn't A stuff, you're going to get beaten around. And the Mets, this is their issue going into this series, why they're such big underdogs. They've got a bunch of middle-of-the-road starters. That's what the Mets are, whether it's Severino, whether it is Quintana. Obviously had an amazing game yesterday, but he's a middle-of-the-rotation guy. And you're going against one of the few teams out of 8 who have a truly legit top of the order rotation in Wheeler and Nola.
And when you look at the series odds, I mean, plus 154 is what the Mets are sitting at this point in time. But they're rolling out Kodai Senga for game 1. David Samson joining us here to break down that breaking news. He will be on the mound tomorrow, despite the fact only 5 1/3 innings pitched so far this season, as he's kind of dealt with injuries throughout the course of this season. You take a look at the series preview. First pitch tomorrow, 4:08 Eastern time.